Welcome back to the Night Crew. I'm your host, Tim Morrisette, and presented by Morrisette Media. That's my company. Changing up the set a little bit. I'm doing something a little bit different here. I'm recording from my music desk, my music production desk. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yep, you should be able to. So yeah, just switching things up a little bit, recording from my music desk in my office, and hopefully I can get through this without any interruptions. Last time my son came out probably 3 times during me recording this, so hopefully this time that won't happen. Still have no plan. Didn't realize what day it was, and I think the last one I released on Sunday. I think this one I'm gonna probably do. I don't know. Maybe like on Wednesdays. I don't know. So I have my YouTube channel, and that's where I'm putting these for now. I don't have like a dedicated YouTube channel for this show. Maybe I should make one. I don't really feel like dealing with 2 channels, but I'm still trying to figure out the logistics of like where all the content's going to go. So I plan to just keep this on my channel for now. And then if you want to find it, you can just come to my channel, watch all the episodes. I'll make a little playlist for it. That's what I have right now. The plan is to make 2 other podcasts, and I would love to make 2 YouTube videos a week. So that's the plan. So I can have 5 days of content going out to different places. Because 2020 goals, right? So I don't really have a plan for this show yet. I've been thinking about it. I think what I'm going to do is use this as an outlet to kind of talk through what I'm doing in my business to try to get to the next level, so to speak. So it's kind of just like an outlet for me to discuss my business and what I'm doing to make that work, if that makes sense. God, this is boring already, but I think people will find value in it. I think other entrepreneurs listening ideally will can kind of use this to like maybe use some things that I'm doing, or maybe I can take calls or whatever, like from other entrepreneurs that are interested in coming on the show. So they can tell me maybe what they're doing, and we can kind of like work together synergistically. Is that a word? I don't freaking know. We can all work together to try to make all of our dreams come true. So I think that's kind of what I'm going to do for this. So maybe they won't be like 45-minute episodes. Maybe they'll be shorter. I don't know. Maybe this is just more of a vlog than anything. But it's going to be a podcast. It's going to be audio, and it's going to be on Apple, and it already is on Apple. So go ahead and subscribe to the podcast on Apple and Spotify and wherever you listen to podcasts. But go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well for more content. I'm in a weird place with content. So I don't really know what I want my YouTube channel to be either. And I'm just in this place where I'm just like, I don't really give a fuck what goes out on my channel. I'm just making stuff that I want to make. It's like if you watch the last like 5 videos that I made, it's just random, super random. There's no rhyme or reason to those videos. I've just been like making what I want to make, which is freeing, right? So, with any good business, you should have like a business plan. But a YouTube channel with 2,600 subscribers is not a business yet. It needs to be, and that's the plan, part of the plan. But, I'm trying to get more content out on YouTube, get more eyes on my channel, make that its own thing that runs by itself. So but this is just one of those pillars of that plan. Um, this is like the most planned but unplanned thing that I've done on my channel. This is going to be the most consistent thing. I'll say that. So what I'm trying to do with my brand, so Morrisette Media, that's my company. It's going to house all of these things. Through that, I try to work with businesses. I try to work with weddings, doing photography, videography, all that fun stuff. And then what I want to do also is like personally brand myself. So like this podcast is part of that. My Instagram, God, look at my strings, dude. What's going on here with these strings? I don't know. So my YouTube channel, my Instagram, all that stuff, that's where I'm going to be putting like my photography work, videos that I do. Not like wedding videos. I'm not going to put that on my channel. That's just going to go on my website, on morrissettemedia.com. But this podcast specifically, I need to try to stay on one freaking topic for once in my life. I plan to use this to kind of tell my story. Like in the last one, if you watch that, that was all about kind of how I ended up here where I am currently. So what I want this to kind of be is like a captain's log, so to speak, of where my business is today, so that I can go back and kind of watch it grow, over the years as I make these episodes. And you can watch with me. So I work full time for a large company. I already said that before. I would love for my business to be self-sustainable, get to a place where I don't have to work and I can use my business to do what I want to do. So 2020 is the year that I'm really trying to go hard on that goal and try to actually make this thing work out. This is part of that plan. The other podcasts are part of that plan, and I'm making an effort to do a little more marketing within my business. I don't have the time. That's a horrible excuse. Don't ever use that excuse, but I do have the time, but I don't want to do marketing, right? So marketing is just not my thing. It's not where I want to focus my time and energy. It's where I need to focus my time and energy, and that's where this whole thing gets confusing. I'm painfully self-aware of my shortcomings when it comes to my business and why it's not where it should be yet. But I'm a firm believer in the things, like find people to do the things that you're not good at or you don't want to do. Delegation is what we call that. So what I'm looking for right now is a intern that can run my social media, that can take these clips, put them on the internet, put them on Instagram, cut them down into 1-minute clips, whatever. Make social media posts, show the pictures that I'm taking, because I take a lot of pictures. So I hate sharing those pictures, not because I don't believe that they're good. It's not like a what's that word, like insecurity thing, because I know they're good pictures. I just literally hate the process of social media marketing and even traditional marketing also. I don't ever want to do any of that stuff. So me being self-aware and understanding that about myself, I am on the search for an intern that can do those things for me, that wants to do those things for me. Mind you, I'm not just trying to get somebody to do something they don't want to do. I want somebody that kind of believes in my vision and what my company's doing and can kind of help us get to that next level. I think once we get some real marketing out there, because our content is fantastic, but once we get some real marketing out there, it will help immensely, exponentially even, and help me kind of get to that place where I can do what I'm trying to do without having to rely on a 40-hour-a-week job to pay those bills for me. So That's where I'm at right now. Self-awareness is huge in business, right? Like I can sit here all day and say I'm the best social media marketer ever. And there could be truth to that. I could be really good at it. I understand it all. I know what to do. I know how to do it just from years of reading about this stuff and watching videos about this stuff. But I, there's a certain place where you have to take a step back and say, like this thing right here, whatever that thing is for you, whatever is keeping you from achieving that next goal of yours, if there's anything about that makes you not want to work, then you have to find somebody else to do that, or you're gonna burn yourself out. You're gonna ultimately hate what you're trying to do because you realize that you don't like that part of it, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's this guy on YouTube, Mr. Beast. I'm sure everybody's heard of him, but he always makes that comment, like, anything that I don't want to do, I give to somebody else. I pay somebody else to do that thing for me. And that keeps him happy. That makes him not ever burn out because he only focuses his time on those things that he loves to do. For me, that is content creation, video, photography, whatever that looks like, helping businesses and my personal clients like weddings and portraits and whatever get what they're looking for through my services. So if it's a business and they need a website, my goal is to put that website up, make it look very good, and ultimately they get the return that they're looking for through more clients or through whatever it is, that whatever their why is behind that. So that's what I get joy out of. I love working with people. I love talking to people, figuring out what makes them tick, and taking that and wrapping it up into whatever product I'm producing for their business. So that's what I love. That's where I want to focus my time. Marketing is just not my thing. So anyway, that's where I'm at. That's where the business is at right now. I have some things lined up this year. I have a couple music videos. I have a couple weddings, a couple websites, and which is good for, some of them are repeat customers, some of them are new business, some of them are referrals. So that's fantastic that is even happening with no marketing, right? It's all pretty much word of mouth. Every client that I've had so far pretty much is word of mouth or directly, them talking to me because they know I do this stuff. So not a bad year for the company just off that. It's certainly not going to pay my mortgage for the next year either, but it is a good starting point. So I think as I'm producing more content for businesses and individuals and putting it out in the world, I get an intern that can help me do the marketing for it. I think that is a recipe for more work and ultimately me going solo with my company. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's kind of where my thoughts are right now. I think that's a necessary next step. It's a hard next step because now somebody else is in charge of your dream, I guess is the way to put it. Not in charge, but you have to trust somebody else with what you want to go out to your potential customers. So that's probably hard for me, or probably the hardest thing for me, because I'm not a control freak, but I just have a very specific, way of thinking about the things that I put out. So, which is ironic because I just said earlier that I also don't give a shit what goes out at this point. But that's more thinking about like my YouTube side and my like personal channel and Instagram and all that. So I don't know. I'm scheming. I'm scheming over here. I'm trying to get something going, man. It can definitely get discouraging. I'm not discouraged right now at all by any means. I'm super hype, actually, super excited about what this year is going to hold. I just want help, but I would also love to know your thoughts. Like, I would love to do interviews on this show. I record this typically between the hours of 12 and 5 in the morning, so that may be logistically a bit of a problem. But if there's anybody out there that does see this, that would like to be on the show and kind of talk through entrepreneurial goals and maybe some nuggets of wisdom that they can bring to the viewers, I would love to know that. Let me know what you think about like this idea for it too. Like, let me know if this is a bad idea. If you think it's boring, if people, if you don't think people will watch this because it's, what value does it bring? I would argue that the value that it brings is for a select group of people, entrepreneurs, people that are maybe in that same spot. Like I said earlier, that it's always helpful to know that like somebody else is there with you, trying to do the same things that you are. So if that's you, like the video, drop a comment for me. Let me know what's up. Let me know what you're up to and what you're doing with your business to try to take things to the next level. I know there's a lot of things that I should be doing, obviously, and I'm not, but I'm well aware of all those things, and that's why I'm trying to bring in an intern finally. So, yeah, that's kind of the business update, I suppose, for my company and for my brand, and kind of what I'm hoping to achieve with that in 2020. What else? What else did we talk about here? Last time I kind of talked about my story. One thing that like sounds mad cheesy, but I was having a good conversation with a girl yesterday. Today's Saturday. Yesterday was Friday, and I was having a good conversation with a girl that was telling me that she wanted to pursue acting. So she's in school for psychology. She's getting her master's in psychology. That's what it is. But if she had to choose, she would do acting. And to that, like my thought is always just like, so why are you paying for a backup plan? Like not that that's bad, but like if it's something you're passionate about and something that you can truly use to make a difference in the world, I'm all about it. But like this girl just wanted to act. Now she's never acted from what I remember, but so that would obviously be a good first step of trying to make that work in your own life. Maybe do the thing that you want to be your full-time job, and try it out, because maybe you suck. Like you don't know anything until you try and get the ball rolling on those things that are important to you. So it's good that she has a backup plan. She has like backups to backups, but she's fully focused on the backup plan and not on acting, not on doing what she actually wants to do with her life. Like that to me is really sad, because it's like you could try acting, like at least put yourself out there and try to get into a low budget film or some shit, just to get some experience, with acting. Because if you don't, you're just going to regret that. If you get that psychology degree and do the job that you plan to be your backup plan, you're never going to be happy doing that, knowing that you never did the thing that makes you tick. So that was kind of my challenge for her, was just like, find, it sounds super cheesy, but like find your why. You know what I mean? Like why are you doing the things that you're doing? Why are you not doing the things that you're not doing? You know what you want to do, but you're not taking any active steps to achieve those goals. Which I guess I could, it's kind of for myself too, because up until this year, like that was kind of me. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew how to get there. I know what I need to do, but I just wasn't doing it. And that's that self-awareness piece. And that's why I'm here now, because I'm taking those steps. So I don't know, just something to think about. Find your why, and really kind of take a deep look into your own life and say, this is why I wake up every day, because I want to do this thing that that can make that difference in the world, or in somebody's life, or whatever the reason is that you want to do that thing. Find that and apply that, and then just start doing stuff, man. Start researching ways that you can do those things. If you want to be a freaking, I don't know, a pilot of a 737 airplane, go learn how to be a pilot. You can do anything you want. There's a few things in life that are behind paywalls, right? So things that need college degrees. So lawyer, doctor, psychiatrist, like stuff like that. Obviously, you need a degree to do those things. I would argue in some cases you don't. You can learn all you need to know. You can kind of self-learn and use your resources to learn those things so that you don't have to pay for all that school. But unfortunately, the barrier for entry is that piece of paper. So if you're trying to do those things, then obviously you have to do those things. But if it's anything else, man, like you can find ways to do it. Like, I'm not going to say fake it till you make it, but there's enough resources out there to where anything you want to learn, you can just go learn. And that's how I learned everything that I know about anything. It is through YouTube and through Google and through just looking stuff up. Like when I was working on video editing, like I'd be like, man, how do I do that one thing? Like I want to learn how to do that, like one specific thing. So I would Google that thing. I would learn it. Like there's a lot of basic intro courses, right? For everything, intro to fucking basket weaving. Sure. But if there's a specific thing that you're trying to do within the realm of basket weaving, we'll just stick with that example. You have to look that up. You can learn that particular skill a lot faster than you can learn basket weaving as a whole. And then you can be really good at that one thing in the realm of basket weaving. And then just learn everything else as you go, tie it all together, and now you're a professional basket weaver. That's literally the mindset I had when going into like video and photography. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I say yes to everything. Somebody says, hey, can you shoot my wedding? I say, sure. Never done it, but I got you. So, it's just it's a cool way to live. A lot of people get stressed out by that. A lot of people just say, oh my God, how do you keep up with all that stuff? Because it's stressful to not know what you're doing, or to try to accept money for something that you don't know that you're doing, what you're doing. And I would agree, but it's how it works for me. So if you're like that also, and I would imagine entrepreneurial types are, because they like to start things, I don't know, just kind of think about that. Like, don't say no to people. Say yes, figure it out as you go. And then it puts that pressure on you to perform something that maybe you've never done before. So that's what I love to do, and I highly recommend it. So whatever. It was a weird tangent, but let's see, what are we at? 30, almost at 30 minutes. I'll probably go ahead and cut it off here. Just because it is almost 5 o'clock in the morning. And I don't know if you can tell, but I am delusionally tired right now. So, that is it. That's going to cover it all for episode 2 of The Night Crew. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you made it through to this point, please go ahead and like and subscribe the video and audio. Wait. Like the video and audio. Can you like audio? I don't know how it works. Subscribe on YouTube to my channel, Tim Morrisette, and subscribe to this podcast. Leave me a 5-star rating in the App Store. That'd be sick. I don't even know that this is providing any value yet, but I'm gonna continue to do it until it does. I think like I said earlier, again, a lot of entrepreneurs, people that are in that same kind of boat as me, maybe will take some kind of value from this and appreciate the fact that I'm trying to put it out there. Um, and in return help other entrepreneurs in that process. So whatever. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And I guess I will see you in the next one, which should be next Wednesday if we start this whole Wednesday thing. I think that's what I'm going to shoot for is Wednesdays, maybe I would say like 3, 5 p.m. so you can watch it on the way home from work. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. I'm not going to promise any dates specifically because there's always a chance that could not happen as other work comes through. But I'm going to try by Tuesday night to have everything edited, uploaded, and then scheduled for Wednesday around 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Boy. All right. I'm getting so tired I can't even see right now. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, sharing. Don't forget the other call to action called sharing this video with other entrepreneurs. I don't have a fancy tagline yet because this is the second episode. But yeah, this has been The Night Crew with Tim Morrisette. So see you in the next one. Peace.